it's Jolene. I am going to give you a little talk through tutorial today. I'm getting ready to go out with my sister-in-law to go see Magic Mike XXL, I think is what it's called. So I thought I'd give you a little talk through tutorial. I know that I've only got like one other one that I actually talk through, and I know that I need to kind of work on that. So thought that I would do that. Also, I kind of have a new background. I felt like the way I had it before, I just felt like the whole background was like very green, and I could never get it to level out the way I needed it to. So you guys are gonna have to let me know what you guys think. Do you like it this way better? Do you like it the old way better? I personally think, viewing from what I've seen so far, I think I like this better. I feel like the camera focuses a lot easier, and I feel like it's more neutral, like it actually is more true to light. So you guys are gonna have to let me know what you guys think, and yeah, let's get started. The first thing, I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, I have a fan back behind my lighting. I've noticed that with this new setup, it's very warm in this little room. Plus I've noticed that my camera seems to be overheating, and I don't know if that's a common problem, but I've got a fan going just in case to kind of help hopefully cool me down and cool the camera down so that it doesn't cut off. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Best Damn Lip Mask from Best Damn Beauty. I got this the beginning of the week, I think, and first impressions, I really like it, but I'm going to have to give it a little bit longer to test and whatnot. But my lips have been very, very dry this summer, and I don't know why, because that's usually more of a wintertime thing that people have trouble with, but for whatever reason my lips have been super dry, so this has come in really handy just to kind of give some extra moisture and whatnot to my lips. Next thing that I'm going to take is I'm going to take my Benefit Erase Paste in number 2 medium, and I'm just going to put that underneath my eyes. I've noticed my under eye dark circles are a little out of control these days, which is kind of odd with as much extra sleep as I seem to be getting, because I haven't been feeling that good. You would think that they'd be better, but I almost feel like they're worse. So we're just gonna pop this on there, and hopefully it'll take it away and we won't have that problem. I know most people usually just put their concealer on after their foundation, but I feel like this stuff is, what's the word I'm looking for? Like tacky enough that it holds up once you put on your foundation and everything, and it just gives you an extra barrier so that your dark circles don't actually show. The next thing that I'm going to take is my L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte 24-hour foundation. And this is in 102 Shell Beige. I also have an Ulta haul that'll be coming up here soon, and this will be in it. But first impressions of this, I've used this I think 3 times, and I really like it. Definitely matte, but it's not so much that it, you know, it like settles into like your dry patches or anything like that. Color selection was really good. I was a little skeptical because I felt like this color was more on like the tan side, but once it blends out really nicely. This wasn't the lightest shade. I think there was one shade lighter, but it was way too pink for me. So I got this one. So if you're much more fair than I am, it may not be the best foundation for you. I don't know. Like they had a good selection of like colors, but like more for like darker skin tones. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't, I don't know. And the only thing that I don't like about drugstore makeup is you can't test. You know what I mean? So you gotta buy it, you gotta take it home, you gotta test it out, and then if it doesn't work, then you're kind of screwed. But I got lucky somehow, because I usually have a very hard time finding foundations that match me. But this one seems to be doing very well at the blending matching. I'm still waiting on Ulta and Sephora to get in the new Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I really want to try it, but I want to test, I want to color match myself in the store. I don't want to do it online and take a chance of it not matching and all that hoopla. So I like call both stores like at least twice a week. I'm like, hey, did you guys get in the Too Faced new foundation in there? They're like, no, not yet. I called yesterday, which would be Thursday the 9th. Thursday the 10th? Yeah, the 9th. And Sephora said that they had it in, but it wasn't on display yet. She said probably next week, that they usually have all of that in like a week before they actually put it out, because they gotta, I guess, set up the display and whatnot. So fingers crossed that it's there next week and I can go get it. And I apologize ahead of time if you guys can hear my cat as well. He's not very fond of sharing his room, but he's going to have to deal with it because it's partly his room and my makeup room, so we have to compromise and whatnot with each other. The next thing that I'm going to take is my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Vanilla, and just highlight and pop that underneath my eyes. And I think that I'm actually finally running out of it, which is very sad because 9 times out of 10, it's never in stock at my Sephora. But now that I know that the shade actually matches me and whatnot, I'd be more inclined to buy it online. But my Sephora is inside of JCPenney. So there's been a couple times that I've really liked a product and then I'll start having problems with it after I've just thrown away the receipt and I don't have it anymore. So they'll put it on, the refund on like a gift card. But it's a JCPenney gift card, so I have to use it within the store, which is very frustrating. Because otherwise I'd be using it on Sephora all the time and buying stuff just to, but it is what it is. I'm just happy that we have one, period. I love Ulta, don't get me wrong, and living where I'm at now, I'm like 5 minutes from an Ulta, but Sephora tends to have more of the stuff that I use. So it is what it is. You roll with the punches. Either way, I hope that they end up having the NARS Vanilla when I go in, because the Chantilly is just way too light for me. I can't make it work. And so I hope that they have vanilla in when I go back, because otherwise I'm going to be very upset and be bummed and then pout because I don't have my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. So we're just going to blend that out. And I've noticed that with this foundation, and I don't know why, it leaves like a really dark green right here. I don't know if you guys can notice it, but I notice it. So we're going to take that Radiant Creamy Concealer and we're just going to highlight all over here, and hopefully that'll hide it. And if it doesn't, then I'm going to look like I have a very white mustache. Made it a little better. Okay, and then to set my under eye concealer, I'm going to use my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. And I'm going to use use that on my, oh no, where's it at? There it is. My Real Techniques setting brush. I don't always need to set my under eye concealer, at least not with the vanilla. It doesn't seem to crease on me. The Chantilly, on the other hand, creased on me really, really bad. And I don't know why, because it's the same formula, it's just a different color, but for whatever reason, that one creased a lot. Isn't that weird how it goes? Different, same formula, just different colors can do different things. Craziness. I'm going to go ahead and take that down my nose a little bit. And actually a little bit on my forehead. I guess the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Anastasia contour kit. And I'm going to take a combination of Fawn and Java to kind of bronze up my skin. I've noticed that when I was just using Java, it was a little too warm and it just didn't look right. But I've noticed that when I started mixing in the Fawn shade, it did a little bit better. And that's another thing that I've really kind of struggled with, is like a bronzer. Like, I have fair skin, but it's like I don't know. I struggle. It's either too warm or it's too cool, and I can't find a happy medium. But this seems to be working pretty well, actually. So we're just going to bronze up the forehead. I'm going to take mostly the Fawn shade, but a little bit of the Java shade, and I'm going to put it like kind of a bronzer contour kind of deal. I don't want a strong contour tonight, but do a little bit. A little bit down the nose, and then take the rest down onto my neck. Just to kind of even everything out. And then I don't do this very often, but every once in a while, I'm actually going to go into that and I'm going to take the banana powder and put that underneath my eyes just to kind of brighten a little bit more. I don't do this a lot, but every once in a while, I kind of like it to be a little bit brighter. But then again, not every time does that color actually match my skin tone. It's like every time I do makeup, certain colors look right and other colors don't look right. Does anybody else have that problem, or is that just me? The next thing that I'm going to do is, and I use this a lot more often than not, I'm going to use my Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Expose. It's a very neutral color, has a kind of a rosy mauvey undertone, but it goes with everything. Like, there's no makeup look that you can do that it won't look good on. There's no outfit that you can wear that it won't look good on. It's just like a beautiful blush. I love it. I own 3 or 4 different Amazonian Clay blushes, but I feel like this is the only one that I really ever gravitate towards. I love all the colors. This one just seems to be the one that I pick more often than not. There we go. So we'll do that. And then, super excited about this, I got my hands on the Becca Jaclyn Hill collaboration in the Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. So I'm going to try that out tonight and see what it's like. Oh, it's so pretty. I did swatch it once, but that's what it looks like. Very peachy gorgeousness. Oh, she did such a good job on this. That's what it looks like. Super, super pretty. Oh, heaven itchy. Oh, heaven itchy. And I think I'm going to take it on... I don't know if I want to use my tapered highlighter today. Yeah, I will. So we're just going to tap it in there, and it comes off very strong, so be mindful of that. Oh, look at that. Ooh, lordy. I'm not going to say it because it's the one thing that I just... My highlight is on point. I'm not going to say the other word. Not that I have a problem with it, I'm 31 years old, I just feel like that word is just like, it's like highlight on fleek, and it's like, every time I say it, I'm like, it just doesn't work for me. But it is a very gorgeous color. Looks very, very nice. Job well done. A little bit on the forehead. I'm going to just take my finger because that's so... There. I like that. That's pretty. Gorgeous, darling. Gorgeous. You did such a good job on it. Okay. Alright, so I zoomed you in a little bit so we can get on to the eyes. The first thing that I'm going to take is my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. And I'm just going to put that all over my lid and up to the brow bone. Okay. The next thing, I think, well, I'll just go ahead and do it this way. I'm going to take my It Naturally Pretty palette, and I'm going to go in with the color Sheer Joy, which is this first color right here. It's just a very light, pale ivory kind of shade. And I'm just going to swipe this all over my eyes. I feel like since I started doing this, my eyeshadows last a little bit longer than if, you know, I just put each shadow onto the Painterly Paint Pot itself. I don't really know why. Especially like if I use any of the Makeup Geek foiled shadows, because they're kind of oil based. I feel like this makes them stay a little bit longer. And then after that, I'm going to go in with the color Warmth. And then just going to pop that in my crease. And I'm using my E35 brush from Sigma. I really like this for my crease, but has anyone else had any problems with these things shedding? Because they shed all the time. And I don't know why, because I condition them, you know, regularly. Not like excessively, but, you know, I wash my brushes once a week. And after every makeup session, I always use like my Ulta brush cleaner. So there's really no reason why it shouldn't last, or why they should shed as much as they do. But for some reason, that one in particular sheds like crazy. I think I really don't know what I want to do today. Purple. I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics Wild Child Baked Eyeshadow Palette, and I'm going to go in first with this light purple shade right here all over my lid. And honestly, when it comes to baked eyeshadows or the foiled eyeshadows from Makeup Geek, I tend to just use my finger. I feel like it does better than a brush. It puts on more color, and you can, I don't know, I feel like they do a little bit better. But that's really just preference, I think. So I'm just going to swipe that all over my lid. Finger. And then I'm going to go in with just a clean brush. This is the Sigma Tapered Blending E40 brush. I'm just going to go back in and just make sure that that's all blended out. And then I think I'm going to go in with I'll go in with that same BH palette, and I'm going to go with the dark color. This time I'm going to use a brush. This is Coastal Scents brush. It's the domed. I'm just going to swirl that in there and pop this in my outer third, bringing it up into the crease just a little bit, not a whole bunch. We'll blend it back out, but and then I'm going to go back in with that E40 and re-blend it just to make sure that we have no harsh lines. Everything's really blended nicely. And that's a good start. The next thing I'm going to do, just to kind of deepen up that outer corner a little bit more, I'm going to go in with a combination of Violet and Iconic from the Naturally Pretty palette with that same brush that we used to put that darker purple in. And we're really going to center that, you know, mainly on like your outer V. I feel like I need music. Is anybody else like that, where you just feel like you gotta have music when you do your makeup? I feel weird not having music on. Alright. Taking that same E40 brush again and just blending that back out. And make sure we don't have any harsh lines. Which I really love this brush for, because it does a really good job of just blending everything out. And then with a little more precise brush, which is my Sephora Airbrush Shadow Brush, I'm going to go in with just that Iconic color very lightly and run it just along like my outer lash line. Clean it up just slightly. I got to go really easy with this color. It is pretty... It's very pigmented, honestly. You can be really careful with it sometimes. I can sometimes get a heavy hand and then it looks like a big old plump on my eyeball. There. And then with the Makeup Geek Outer V brush, I'm going to go first into that Wild Child palette to the dark purple shade. That one right there. And I'm going to run this underneath my lash line. And then I'm going to go in, actually, a little bit more. And then I'm going to go in with that, the violet color in the Naturally Pretty palette, and go underneath that. And just kind of smokes it out a little bit more. There. Okay. So I think pretty much done with shadow. Other than I think I'm going to go back in a little bit with the Naturally Pretty palette into the warmth color. Just a little bit more. There. Okay. And then I'm going to take the Wild Child, BH Cosmetics Wild Child palette again, and we're going to go in with this stark white color, and I'm going to use, it is the Crown Brush dual-ended brush. It's got a pencil brush on one side and just a shadow brush on the other. And I'm going to take the shadow brush into that white color, and I'm just going to put that onto my eyebrow, or my brow bone, my brow bone. And then I'm going to take the pencil brush side and I'm going to pop that on my inner corner. I can't talk today, obviously. I love using this color for my inner corner highlight because yes, it's a stark white, but it's so pretty that it brightens up any look. Like, you can look so tired and you put that on your inner corner and it just like wakes you up like instantly. I love it. Okay, I am going to do my eyebrows, my eyeliner, and my mascara, and I will be right back. Okay, so that's all done. I'm just going to touch up this really fast. I always feel like I have a dark spot, like right there. Okay, so for the lips, I think I'm going to use my, I know this is really a sensitive subject, but I'm going to use my Lime Crime Babette lipstick. I am not purchasing from them anymore, but I've had these and I barely use them, and for as expensive as they were, I'm going to use them. Okay, use that, and then I'm going to use my MAC Dazzle Glass in Sugar Rimmed. Okay, and then after my lipstick, it cut off, so I'm going to show you guys again. It's the MAC Dazzle Glass in Sugar Rimmed. It's just a really pretty light neutral pink. And there you have it. That's the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think of this background. Do you guys like it better than the other way? And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.